Call the meeting to order. The only thing we're gonna do is approve the agenda. I got the agenda for you guys. Order, we'll do a roll call.
I move to approve the agenda.
We move the second day to approve the agenda. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Pass. So that was Nick.
Yep.
Got it?
Yep.
We'll do a roll call. Debbie?
Present.
Destiny? So the only thing on the agenda tonight of this special meeting is TIB scrub seal project that's coming to town. We don't have a definite date yet, but it will happen this year. There's just some paperwork stuff that they've been sending over, if you guys like to get over it. This way you guys ask any questions or anything like that.
Did you hear anything more about the other 100,000?
That's part of this paperwork here.
Okay.
It does some some revisions in it. Sweet. It still leaves a bit of a buffer.
But yeah, that's fine, but not $100,000. Yeah.
Pretty much. I mean, there's like 90-some-ish thousand left over. But that's a buffer for unknowns when they happen. And if it gets close to the end, we can try to do a change order and use some of that money in some other places.
So if we make it to the end without any unforeseen expenses happening and the money's still there, we can still try to.
Plausible, yeah. There's some stuff you gotta submit to TIB and then you have to say yay or nay. They're pretty stringent on asphalt, so no asphalt.
Okay.
You can get it, but it's pretty rough. And mostly in the batch size that we would need for our town, it wouldn't
Do any good anyway.
Yeah, no. This, like I said, there's just a bunch of the paperwork that I've been looking over. Everything's gonna be up and up. Different bids that came in throughout. They were super low. Our engineers went ahead and vetted them, called them, checked everything out, said, yep, nope, that's our bid. Make sure they cross it.
Freda?
Right out of Freda, yep.
Nice. That's
Yep.
not too far.
They've done some projects around. I've contacted some other mayors and some clerks, and they've done pretty decent work. So no complaints from anybody that I've heard.
Even locally, they've done jobs locally.
They've done Albion, some in Colfax. They've done some in Garfield. They did some in Moses Lake.
They did some in Soap Lake too.
Yeah, they're all over. So
They're painting the crosswalks.
yes.
When it says estimated quantities, it says 72.
Linear feet.
Okay, thanks.
That makes more sense.
I was like,
We don't have
we don't have
72
72 crosswalks.
Sidewalks or the crosswalks?
What says crosswalk
They'll
lines?
be they should be the milk laminate that goes into them instead of the paint. So it's a process where they lay a square in, they could torch and it keeps the living daylights out of it.
Right, okay,
It turns a special color that adheres a little better. It's supposed to last a little bit
Is
longer.
that going to give that the reflective too? Or okay.
It's all part of that
Nice.
Nice.
stuff in there. They have a name for it, but I can't remember what it is. But there's not a. It's just where they're going to auto seal over whatever. That's the only place that'll get, not just everywhere. Just
Understood.
Right.
Just where they're working.
where they're working.
Okay, so then that.
Then I added a map. I don't know if I gave you guys all a map last time, but I added. Our printer here does not do color, so pretty much the things in boxes are the roads that are being touched currently.
Okay.
Like I said, there's some room for improvement in other areas if we need it, possibly. So.
It's a good
Man,
chunk. It's a good chunk of town.
Yeah, that is.
It's a fair amount of time. Main roads that are not getting touched are green on the one you can see, and those are rated pretty high, so they won't touch those yet. This portion of C Street's rated high. It's in the yellow, I believe, and I'm not quite sure why. Mainly because I bet you when we did the last project, this road got done.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So in their mind, it's good to go because it was just a few years ago. No one's checked on it. No one's came out and
actually-
graded
Yeah.
since that project has gone and
You're
realized
just going off of how old the last work was. Yeah.
They didn't regrade the road because of, but if they regraded it, it'd be a lower grade, 100%.
So D Street going out toward Colfax will be a 2-lane road again?
It'll be just as wide as it is. It's not gonna
Yeah.
make it any wider. It's already a 2-lane road.
Yeah, but yeah, it hasn't been kind of.
They'll fix the slalom
Yeah,
course.
yes, okay.
So-
Yeah.
Yes, they will work on getting
Okay.
that.
They'll do your street and your street.
Nice.
Yep.
Every street from church
Yeah,
to the school will be
here's
touched.
Nice.
Not Toulouse though. Toulouse is the one that went, but.
By the school. Got it. That's a nice little road though still.
Yeah.
Big portion of that's county.
So somebody came up to me, BJ, and they said, BJ, can you guys fix that pothole right at the end of Nancy Street? And I'm like, there's a pothole right down there? Yeah, I hit it with my truck every time. Well, what it was that's where the stop sign was.
Oh,
And that's what they were hitting. They were driving in the hole that held
Did
the
Ron not
stop
get
sign.
that back up?
No ideas,
I
but
haven't been down that way in a while.
yeah, there was a hole there and that's what he was
I
running
know.
into. So that whole thing, yeah.
This looks good. So we don't have an actual date, but that's
No,
pretty exciting.
we just got the bid paperwork to Tomer and TIB, and they gotta check bonds and licenses
Yeah.
and some other stuff, and they gotta go over the final plans again, and, but it will happen this summer
wonderful.
at some point.
It won't be like they'll get started and we'll be like, it's too hot. Bye.
No, they want
Now,
it
now.
pretty warm when they do this project because of the way that stuff works.
Mhm.
So, yeah. Actually, I haven't heard from Brian in a week, so things must be progressing. He hasn't needed anything from me.
We don't have to sign anything more for this one, no?
Not that I'm aware of yet. Unless we do a change order, but you guys gave me authority to do change orders, so
Right.
Okay.
nothing super crazy in there.
So we need a motion for you to sign the contract, correct?
You cannot vote in this meeting.
So we can, okay,
We're discussing the meeting,
we're discussing the meeting, okay then.
going over the
So do we need a motion to do it in the real meeting?
real meeting.
Gotcha.
The real meeting on whatever day that is, be the 4th of May.
Which I will not be present for. You can make note of that.
Just need to be absent.
I will be
Will
absent.
be in Florida.
I will be traveling for work.
What day is it? The 4th?
May 4th, may the 4th be with you.
And then the work session will be the 18th?
Correct.
I will be back.
You will be back?
I will.
What's the next one, sorry?
May 18th. May 4th and May 18th.
Gotcha.
The work session. Okay. Are there any other questions or concerns or anything you want to add to the TIB thing I might be able to add?
Myrna says that, her crazy street is all tore up. Is that even a possibility?
It's a gravel road. That's a private driveway technically.
Okay then.
So I did have somebody ask, and I do not know the answer on this. Is there a liability if somebody was to fill potholes? I know that there was,
Can be.
okay.
It depends on if you're willing to take that risk.
I'm not,
Like, so if you,
Whom is taking the risk, I guess?
the person filling the pothole,
Not the city for
Well, so-
allowing it to happen?
it could come back on the city if something
That's-
happened to the vehicle. If it was an improper repair and something happened to the vehicle, it could plausibly come back. But the chances of, I mean, if you're gonna throw some coal patch in a hole, if you don't do it right, it's just gonna fall back out.
right.
No.
There's just quite a significant number of potholes out there.
But like I said, if you look at the map, most of them should be fixed with this project.
Right, just a long wait,
Yeah.
possibly, and so I know there's just a lot of people asking, and I was stopped at the post office the other day and somebody asked,
Tell
can I
'em-
just throw some stuff in there? And I'm like, hold off, let me
So
ask.
every time we
This
throw
summer,
gravel in,
there's a big street program coming through to get it done.
Yes.
and
I
that's the
did
answer.
tell them
Yeah.
we're working on something.
yeah, as you add gravel to a pothole, it just makes it worse.
Yeah.
I mean, it's smooth for a day or two,
Mm,
and then it just gets worse.
Right.
What it does is it pushes
It
up
makes the
underneath.
big, it makes big.
It makes it cavitates what it does, and then it gets underneath the good asphalt, and then it just starts peeling it off.
Okay. So it's a good answer for all of them.
Right. So if
We're
you're
working on
gonna,
the
if someone's
solution.
gonna volunteer to do some, you need to take out all the loose stuff, clean the hole, add like 4 inches of gravel, compact it super tight, put
And
your
then
coal
do the coal
patch in, compact it, more coal patch, compact it, and then you gotta go above and around the patch. You can't just do the hole. There's a
And then-
whole process.
Then the cars will wear it down.
Yeah. If you can heat around the hole a little bit, it helps here, and I mean,
Sounds like a lot of work,
It is a
so
lot of work.
have at
it is a lot of work.
it.
So we'll wait for summer, right?
So yeah, I would say we got a project coming through town. What holes aren't gonna get fixed, we'll address later with another project or try to get them taken care of.
Okay.
I hope for a big winter with snow, and then no one even knows potholes are there.
We all know the potholes are there.
Not when there's
Or
snow.
hope for a bigger budget.
And you know how TIB works. You waste good money, get better money.
Yeah.
That's the best way I can explain it.
Interesting, yeah.
I mean, we had to spend all that money on the little crack seals
Yeah.
to get this money. And now we can go for a bigger project next time.
Yeah.
So you guys-
Sidewalks.
No, DIB doesn't do sidewalks.
No,
That's
we're
a
responsible
hard
for our
no.
own sidewalks. Yeah, we're our own sidewalk. Aren't we responsible for our
Yes.
sidewalk?
Yes.
We are.
Yes. So
Well, they were initially put in with some sort of a grant, weren't they?
it doesn't matter.
No, I'm just saying,
Some.
we got some sort of grant at some point in time that
Some.
put them in, right?
Some sidewalks.
There's a section in front of my house.
Some of the sidewalks were put in with some grants.
Were there?
I thought down,
Like recently?
no.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah.
I
so-
thought that's why the
I got-
ordinance was made, making the owners responsible, because they were put in with money.
a lot of it was
wasn't theirs, and
donated
there was-
by Herbert's and things like that. Herger did a lot of that. Mar.
Yeah.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of pampa sand. But the reason mine got done is because when they were doing that stormwater drain, the guy wasn't supposed to put his bucket under my sidewalk and tear it out, and he did. So they had to replace it.
Oops.
They weren't supposed to touch the sidewalk, and he thought he was doing the sidewalk. So that's why if you see I got that new section. That's why it's because he screwed up on the plans and tore up my sidewalk. He's like,
Okay. Before me.
yeah. Well, you'll see it like when I move stuff. You'll see the new section, and then that's when but that's that pampa sand for you. The top peels off, and then shoulders in the ground. Okay, that's
That's it.
all I got.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
Moved, seconded to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Have you, been out Green Hollow lately? When the storm came through there, man, it tore that.
Oh, that last storm?
up.
Yeah, no, I've
That's what I
been,
heard.
Deep, crazy ruts, and then you go out Manning, and it came down the canyons and washed a bunch of that out. That's all new roads.
Really?
any place that had a nice canyon to it is just
And I mean,
hammered.
it sent boulders, like smash a Volkswagen boulders.
Oh my goodness.
And it was crazy. In Green Hollow, they'll never have to work those ditches ever again.
Oh my goodness.
They're 3, 4, 5 feet deep. It came through there.
I'm gonna go start packing.
BJ, but stop